How?
By the judgment of Honorable High Court. There is no absolute bar to grant anticipatory bail in GPID case. Otherwise, 17(2) of GPID Act says that 438 here this is not maintainable, but by the judgment of Honorable High Court, this petition is maintainable, sir.
Before special court.
This is a special court.
Maintainable before special court.
This honorable.
Oh, yeah. Fine.
आप कोर्टा में सर घना બધા ઓર્ડર્સ છે પણ એ દિલા નહીં પ્રોસીડિંગ કોર્ટા ને સેટિસ્ફાઈ
મેં કરેલા હોય તો આપો. મેં કરેલા હોય.
મારે સર આ કોર્ટના ઓર્ડર બતાવવા નથી ઓર્ડર કોર્ટ છે
ના મેં કરેલા હોય તો then I am bound.
No, I am not saying કે આપે કરેલા છે નથી કરેલા સર I am not going to that. I am on the point of the role of the accused and the judgment of order.
First maintainable, then we will go into merits.
I will show honorable court case.
Here it is not, the principle is not laid down. Sessions, special court under GPID Act has power to decide that. The High Court has its own power to decide anticipatory bail because they are constitutional courts.
But
Here there is a specific bar.
But there is no specific bar to grant the bail wherein no grounds are there in this case.
It cannot be read as.
Because sir, see the order of honorable High Court. Sir, the order of honorable.
We will go by the plain reading.
Huh?
Plain reading. First we will go by GPID.
Yes, 13, 72.
17(2). It specifically says that 438 would not apply.
(72) and specific bar for CRPC 438
Yes.
in the act. But it is also an acceptable thing, sir, that where there is no role of the
No.
accused.
Then you will have to go by the wordings of Atrocity Act, wordings of other act where there is specific bar, and wording of this act.
Then it is maintainable.
It is.
What is the seen, sir?
Go.
Start with the FIR.
No, not. I am not going into FIR. I am not touching the merits at all.
Sir.
We will go by the wordings of the section only.
Sir.
GPID.
I will read by 71.
Yes, 17(1).
The designated court may take provision of the offence without the accused being committed to it for trial. In trying the accused person shall follow the procedure prescribed in Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973, for the trial of warrant cases by the magistrate. Two.
No, yeah, first stop here.
Sir,
Now understand what is the procedure prescribed there, 17(1).
it says offence
Now,
without accused being committed to it.
first designated court may take the cognizance
Sir,
of the offence and shall follow the procedure.
shall follow the procedure prescribed in Code of Criminal Procedure for the trial of warrant cases by the magistrate.
Okay. So now stop here. Now before magistrate court, section 438 is maintainable?
No.
No. Now you can read second.
The provision of Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, except section 438 thereof, shall so far as may be applied to the proceeding before a designated court and for the purpose of the said provision of designated court shall be deemed through magistrate court. Now, sir, what I am on the point, sir, that
So first there is specific bar.
specific bar is there.
CRPC will apply except 438.
Yes,
So from the entire CRPC, only section 430 is choose to be an exception, while making the provision of CRPC applicable to the case. So that means the legislature has specifically provided.
Sir.
Their intention was clear that section 438 will not be applicable to designated court.
Sir.
Now this is very specific. Designated court means this court.
This court.
So that clear bar.
Sir. But the same principle was taken in section 18 of the Atrocity Act. Still, the
You read
orders
that.
are passed by the Honorable Court.
Yes. You read that order. Section 18 of that Atrocity Act. Or you can go prepare on this aspect on maintainability.
Sir. We'll hold here on the line. On that point.
That it does not require any length.
It is true, sir, that it is not a point. That this Honorable Court has not granted ever.
So far as I am concerned,
See.
I am very much
I
clear.
am not on this Honorable Court, this program. But I am on to the point that Honorable District Court designated court has granted bail specific to the lady accused, sir. To the lady accused
તમારી વાત
in
સાચી.
GPID case.
I would go by the law.
I will
If
go
I
by-
have granted, then I am bound.
No, no.
First.
See, sir. But, sir,
Now, બીજી કોર્ટે grant કરી, that does not bind me that I should, or my earlier court
I am
would have.
seeing Honorable Court that Honorable High Court judgment is bound to Honorable Court.
Yes,
Because એક judgment માનીને સાહેબ સરીન સાહેબ વાળું આગળના જજ સાહેબે ગ્રાન્ટ કરેલા સર એક પોઈન્ટ હતું he also told કે why I should grant bail but he told that show me a judgment that it doesn't bar અને આજે સર મેં ઓનેબલ કોર્ટમાં જજમેન્ટ જે મૂકી છે કોર્ટ સર એમાં સ્પેસિફિક લેડી who was handling the office with no role has been granted
you
bail.
are right.
Sir,
You are right, absolutely right. On merits. You might have a good case on merits.
sir,
But now we are not touching or not even going into data. We are going on this section 17.2 only.
yes sir, it is maintainable because there is direct judgment order.
This is oral order and it is not judgment.
It's an order.
So principle,
But that order,
see, oral orders are not judgments.
exactly.
Now, if there is any specific judgment,
Second is SSC judgment. It's a reported judgment, SSC.
which
Second one. Metla what is the Google, it was a reported judgment. The video is sir, Honorable Justice, if I move this, sir, 2019 SSC online, sir. It's a reported judgment.
the
Very
reported,
specific para two,
Mr. Gandhi,
sir,
I would not expect from you judgments clearly lay down a law, principle. The section 18, there is a judgment. If prima facie no offense under atrocity is made out, then court can consider anticipatory bail, though there is specific bar of 18. Now there might be numbers of oral orders. So oral orders cannot be treated as a judgment binding to the every court.
But
And
on
before
that
you
point-
make an argument, when I am telling you, okay, first you will have to satisfy on the order. I am waiting for, okay, you give me that order. Otherwise, there is one judgment in which I would not like to tell because it is your duty to satisfy me.
I will serve it also, sir.
That
There is bar.
there is bar.
So we know what I is.
And I have already not considered on the same ground with regard to maintainability.
But આ કેસમાં સર હું કેમ કહું છું Honorable Court?
અરે ભાઈ ત્યાં જજમેન્ટ સીધું છે કે નથી મેન્ટેનેબલ હવે.
Sir, મારે તો કઈ કહેવું પડે ને. Because this is a specific case wherein a lady of 17 years.
But when court is not having power to enter in, how can
But Honorable High Court has granted bail, taking into consideration that order.
there is judgment of High Court which says that designated court do not have power under section 438 under GPID 2.
But sir, એના પછીનો આ બી છે latest judgment છે, sir, મેં આપ્યો Honorable Court.
That are order.
It's an order.
Ah.
It's an order of 2020.
And it has not decided the issue there with regard to maintainability. You point out okay, section 70.
It has already
Then how
decided
can
the
it
role.
be said to be a judgment?
It has decided the role of the appeal.
High Court is constitutional court.
Exactly.
He is exercising, it has its own power. Restriction is so far as designated court is concerned, not be another court. Otherwise, 438 powers are concurrent so far as the Sessions Court and High Court is concerned. But for the offences which are not under some special statute where specific bar is granted. So their power are concurrent. But so far as this GPID is concerned, you read the wording. It is designated
So
court.
I will,
You-
come to Honorable Court with judgment, with
Yeah.
loss, Okay,
If any, you can point out any judgment.
No, exactly.
Ah.
That will show, not the orders.
Yes, તમારે કઈ કેવું છે?
કઈ નહીં,
નહીં મળવાનું, sir. આપણે query
એમને કઈ નહીં મળે સર.
એ એમને ખબર છે. Because
એ sir regular મને ખ્યાલ છે કે GPID માં sir આવતા હોય
Yes.
છે. મારો સર concern એક જ છે sir. હું ના argue કરતો હોય છે sir.
no, see, no sensitive. No.
Sir, you have
See-
already seen the case.
I have gone through the paper.
Exactly.
That is not a ground at all. By showing sympathy, I see
It is on record.
when see
sir, law ઉપર આવી છે, sir.
law ઉપર હશે.
હું law ઉપર આવી છે.
ત્યારે law માં court ની પાસે power ન હોય તો what court can
Sir,
consider?
હું honorable court ને law ઉપર convince
Law
કરી
ઉપર,
શકું
yes.
છું, sir. અને આ જ court room ના sir જે orders છે, I will try to get.
I am not going to consider this court
Not
order.
binding.
You can point out,
કોર્ટરૂમ ના નોટ
you can certainly point out my orders as a PML, as a GPID.
Sir, આપણે કોઈના order નથી કર્યા.
નથી કર્યા.
એ point ઉપર ના.
And other orders are not binding to me unless by the higher courts. I will not look into, I will not look into not only this court's earlier order, but I will not look into any other districts which have passed such
I
orders.
was going to submit, sir. But it is brought.
I am clearly on low point. You can point out
Yes, I will point out on the law.
with all sympathy on your case on merits, but when this court, there is specific bar, then court can't go a step ahead. You can point out certainly on
I
that.
will point out on the law point, sir.
You can also go through, there is one judgment which specifically says there is specific bar.
Sure.
You can go. क्या करा?
Everything.